Have you ever landed on a website and just thought, something's a little bit off here? You know when what a store says it is and what it sells don't quite line up? Well, that's what we're doing today. We're going to do a little micro-investigation, digging into a single web page to see what it can tell us about a really clever modern business model. So here's the deal. It all started with a really simple search, digital images. And you'd expect to see a stock photo site, right? Or maybe an artist portfolio. Instead, we got a fashion store. It was weird. And that little bit of confusion, that disconnect, is our way in. Let's see what this one page is really all about. All right, first things first, we have to look at the evidence right in front of us, the products themselves. And at first glance, for a store that's supposed to be about clothes, this makes absolutely no sense. I mean, just look at this list. We've got the Joker, a superhero, a sports car, the Eiffel Tower. It's completely random. None of this has anything to do with dress materials or fashion. And that's our first huge clue that something else is going on here. As we looked closer, two little phrases kept popping up over and over again. First, pretty much everything was marked sale, which, is a classic marketing trick. But the second clue, that was the real key. On every single item, we saw the same description, 300 DPI Printable Art. And that phrase changes everything.
So that brings us to our next question. Before we can figure out the business, we have to understand the product. What in the world is 300 DPI Printable Art?
Okay, so DPI just stands for dots per inch, and 300 is basically the gold standard if you want to print something that looks crisp and professional. So here's the twist. You're not buying a poster that gets shipped to you. You're buying a digital file. The product is just data, and it's designed for you to download instantly and print it yourself. And suddenly, it all starts to click. This isn't really a fashion store that has some art on the side. It's a digital goods store that's kind of disguised as a fashion brand. The main thing they're selling has no physical form, which means they have no inventory, no shipping costs, and delivery is instant. It's a business built on pure information. So how do you convince someone to buy a file they can't even hold in their hands? How do you get them to trust that the quality is any good? Well, this store uses the most powerful price in the entire world, 0. And this right here is the engine of their whole strategy. On one side, you've got a paid product, the superhero digital image, for 95 rupees. But right next to it, there's a Joker digital image, same kind of thing, but for 0. And look at that huge regular price they've slapped on the free one. They're not just giving it away. They're making it feel like you're getting something really valuable for free. 0 rupees. Free. This is the hook. It completely removes any risk for the buyer. There's 0 reason not to click download. You see something you think is cool and you can have it right now for nothing. It's a brilliant way to get you in the door. And this lays out the customer's journey perfectly. You find the free art, you download it instantly, then you can open the file and see for yourself, wow, this really is high quality. In that one moment, they've built trust. So now buying that 95 rupee design doesn't feel like a risk anymore. The free sample is their way of proving their worth, and it's a tactic at the heart of so much digital marketing today. Okay, so we have a product with 0 friction and a smart freemium strategy to build trust. But what about the scale? How big can an operation like this actually get? This is where the whole digital thing really takes off. Think about it for a second. When you don't have to ship anything physical, borders just disappear. And with electronic payments, you can take money from basically anywhere on Earth. All of a sudden, this one simple little website can become a global store. And this isn't just a theory. The store is literally set up to sell to people in dozens of countries. This isn't some small local shop, it's a worldwide business. From Argentina to Japan, Canada to Singapore, if you have an internet connection, you are a potential customer. So after all this digging around on one single web page, what's the big takeaway? Let's put all the puzzle pieces together and look at the blueprint for this kind of modern business. It really all comes down to these 3 key pillars. First, you've got a totally frictionless product, a digital file delivered instantly. Second, you have that powerful freemium model, using free samples to prove quality and build trust. And third, you use that digital foundation to go global, immediately. This isn't just one store's idea, it's the playbook for so many online businesses today. And it's just so fascinating to come all the way back to the store's own welcome message. They might sell fashion, sure, but the real modern, scalable business engine that we've uncovered is this digital goods operation, just humming along quietly in the background.
And all of this leaves us with one last big question to think about. This business model is so powerful because it kind of hacks the old rules of buying and selling. It gets rid of risk, it erases distance. So you have to wonder, when a product is instant, free, and available to anyone on the planet, what are you really buying? Is it just a picture, or is it a little piece of a new kind of global marketplace?